Morning, Sunday, September 17th, 2023. I'm Larissa. Oh, it's my video diary. Oh my God. I am in a lot of pain, and I have been for, I live with chronic pain, yes, but I've been dealing with an extra amount of pain, for some time now. So, when the thing popped in my back, whatever that was, wasn't this past Ash Wednesday, it was the Ash Wednesday before. Well, it popped before that. It was Ash Wednesday, then I just couldn't take the pain anymore and ended up going into the emergency room where they abused me. Anyway, what I had been working on at the time, I was wood carving, and the piece is still sitting downstairs in the wood shop in the basement. This I was wood carving this spoon, and I would love to finish it. And I have three big, beautiful pieces of madrone, and that's what I was carving, madrone, and that's why my arm was so messed up, right? Like, madrone is so hard. It's so hard, and it took me so long to carve down this spoon from this piece of wood. Like I said, I have three more big pieces down there that I wanted to carve. I wanted to carve bowls out of, but that is not going to happen. I don't know. Maybe I'll attempt it. I don't know. Mm. Anyway, that's what I was doing. That's what I was working on when that injury happened. But before I had that injury, I fell and broke my arm, and I fixed it myself. And there's the two places in my arm where it was broken just below my elbow and just below my shoulder. I'm in so much pain right now. Hi.
Hey.
Oh, you got my pain med.
Yep.
My skull of tea. My skull of. Does he think he's gonna come up here? Look at him.
Me dirty dog on the bed.
Dirty dog on the bed. Oh. He's like,
He says, "Yay, dirty dog on the bed."
oh my gosh.
Brody, what did you do
See,
with the sheets here?
what was he doing with the sheets here? Why you laid those sheets down? Why didn't you tuck them in? That's why they're like that.
When did I lay them down?
You put the blanket when I last weekend when I washed the blanket and the bedspread. You never tuck the sheets in, and this is what happens. The sheets become all cattywampus all over the place.
Brody, come over here.
You're not going to fix it with me laying in here. I was going to try fixing it when I made the bed.
Brody.
He says, stop it. He says, just put me up on the bed right now, Daddy.
Brody. You know how to get up on bed.
Oh, but pain in my arm. It's like hard even lifting this mug of tea right now. It's where the two bones meet, right at the elbow. Was that the ulna and the what is it? The ulna and the tibia. The ulna and the tibia, where the big end, where they meet at the elbow. Right in there, it hurts, and I keep getting like this twang that goes up my arm, and then the spot right underneath the shoulder, just before the shoulder seats into the cuff of where the clavicle comes up, right up in here, right back here. It hurts so bad, and it's like shooting down the side of my body. Oh, and I'm not sure what you have had your snout in rat hole. You just keep your rat hole snout over there. Do you see that? You see that?
Who's that dog?
No, I don't want your rat snout kisses. Your rat hole snout kisses, mister. Lick your snout, not my face. No rat snout kisses. No rat snout kisses. No. Oh, you're so mean. You're giving rat snout kisses. Oh my goodness. Did you catch any?
Yeah, but he chased one.
You chased one?
Yep.
Stop. I'm not laying down. Stop it. I'm not laying down. I don't want to lay down.
Brody, come over here.
He's being really, really, really pushy, isn't he? Why are you being so pushy? Why are you being so pushy? Why are you being so pushy? Why? See that? See that? He's got a dirty rat hole snout. Rat hole snout. Look. Mister, you are so dirty. You're so dirty. Dirty on the outside, not on the inside. Dirty on the outside can be fixed. Dirty on the inside's forever. Oh, now he's calmed down. He's like, okay. Anyway, I'm gonna try to get him to the doggy salon, because he is dirtbag extraordinaire right now. Dirtbag extraordinaire. Oh my God. Seriously. Hey, what did I tell you about that? No dick licking on the bed. He's allowed to lay on the floor and lick his dick. He's just not allowed to lay on top of me and lick his dick. That's just the rule. It's like dog tongue and dog mouth. Oh. So it hurts really, really bad. And it is keeping me from being able to do things. And yesterday I needed some bread dough. And I think that made things worse. And I was going to make bread dough today. I was going to make some sandwiches, some stuffed sandwiches for Omar for in the freezer. Oh my God. But I don't know. I don't know. Because I'm having that much trouble. And that is upsetting to me. The house also could use a dusting. You tired as hell?
Yep.
Almost tired as hell. Are you going to do chickens today?
Yeah.
Baby Cakes is having troubles. I have to call the chicken doctor. So I'm writing this novel. Don't like hair in mouth. I'm writing a new novel. It's my 7th novel. I just finished the 7th chapter of my 7th novel. Omar called it sappy. He said it's a sappy novel. I don't think it's sappy. It's different. My other novels have all had an element of sinisterness. There's been a level of like malice. What's the matter with your footy foot? You can lick your footy foot. I'm just asking you, is there something wrong with it?
He said it's good. It's foot flavored.
It's foot flavored. It's ankle biting good. Horse across the street's finally standing on all 4 of his feet. Where are you going? You gonna go lick your footy foot in another room where I can't see you?
I'm gonna lay down.
What are you doing, mister?
So I'm gonna go lay
You
down
handsome?
and do my breath of Brody.
Breath of Brody.
And my meditation.
Look at your tail. Your tail's on your ass, buddy. It's not bothering you today? It's not calling you names? Your tail's not calling you names?
Not yet. Day ain't over yet.
Anyway, it's novel. Omar called it sappy. But it's just it doesn't have violence in it. It hasn't had any violence in it yet. I don't know that it's going to. But all of my other novels have had an element of violence. And a darkness in the palette, so to speak. And I'm getting ready to paint these next 2 paintings, which are about a horrendous violence, right? And so I guess that might be part of where this novel is coming from, balancing that, working in the working on the canvas with violent imagery, right? But trying to present it in such a way that is acceptable, palatable, right? Just whenever I'm dealing with these types of themes, whether it's in something I'm writing or something I'm painting, I go back to those photographs that I saw at MoMA so many years ago now, right after the remodel. Was it after the remodel or before? No, it was before the remodel. It was before the remodel. Those photos, those life size enormous prints of the before and afters in Afghanistan of those embedded from those embedded journalists, those soldiers, and the impact that those photos had on me, had on the room, and the way that they were installed. So, just going back to thinking about that. And so I think about that when I'm presenting violence in any of the media that I work in. So I guess my novel right now is sans violence because the paintings I'm getting ready to do are incredibly violent. I'm trying to balance in my creative psyche. Plus, living with chronic pain is like living with violence upon my body, right? It's challenging. It's challenging. It's very, very challenging. Yesterday in the gallery, a woman comes in with her husband and it starts off, we're having a normal conversation about, this is my studio, it's my exhibition space, and I make everything in here, and oh, I like these. Oh, okay, this is what these are. Blah blah blah. And then it's like, oh yeah, I did that in high school. I did this project just like that in high school. I'm like, okay, so now we're starting with you're going to compare my work right now with work you did in high school. It's like, all right, I'm going to tolerate this because people like to talk about feel creative or whatever. It's like, okay, I will tolerate this. And then it turns into, oh, this must be so expensive. It must be so expensive here for you. It's so expensive. How much is your rent? How much is your rent here? How much do you pay? And I'm like, I'm not telling you this. And then it's, you should have somebody in here with you. Why don't you have somebody in here with you? You could have somebody in here with you. This place is big enough for you to have somebody in. And I'm just like, oh my God. I never complained to you, number one, about my rent. You're making an assumption. You're making an assumption based on I don't know what, looking at me that I couldn't possibly have the money to pay the rent. So there's that. What judgment are you making? So finally I said I must be a prostitute to her. She was like, I said, you're being incredibly rude. And she was like, oh, she was like all hurt. She was like all hurt that I said told her you're and her husband was just smiling. I said, you're being incredibly rude. I said, I must be a prostitute. And I said, I obviously need somebody else in this space with me. She's like, obviously. And then she realized that I was being facetious with her, that, no, I don't need. And she's like, I wasn't trying to be rude to you. I'm like, oh, really? So that's just your personality. When I was down in Carmel, I was telling one guy was asking me, he's like, so what's it like having your gallery up there? I said it's a mixed bag. I said some people are really nice, and some people appreciate seeing the artwork, and we have nice conversation. I said, but some people are incredibly rude. I said I have people come in and ask me all the time how much my rent is, and he gasped. He gasped. This guy gasped. It was in a pretty big space. He goes, oh! He's like, what? He goes, move down here. We're much more civilized. And I'm just like, thank you. I mean, if I could afford to move to Carmel with my gallery, I would. But so this lady, she got all mad. She stomps out of the gallery. Her husband's still in there. We're having conversation. And after she stomped out, I said, I'm sorry. I said, look, I've just worked way too hard and way too long for this space. I don't need anybody else in here. And he just laughed and we just continued talking about the artwork. Well, she must have gotten more angry that he did not leave with her immediately And he was not offended when I told his wife, "You're being rude." Anyway, she went home, immediately gets on her computer and gives me a 1-star review on the Googles. And instead of saying anything about my artwork, her only critique was owner was rude. So I replied to it. And because her picture was there, I saw it was her. She wasn't all done up when she came into the gallery, but in her picture, she has makeup and stuff on. But I could see it was her. I said, "Are you the lady?" I said, "Are you the woman who came in and asked me how much my rent was and then told me that I should let somebody else work in my studio?" I said, "You don't have to come back in." I said, "Art is an intellectual pursuit, and I understand not everyone gets it. Tell John I said hi." Her husband's name was John. Oh my God. Owner was rude. Oh, no. Owner told you you were being rude. I'm sorry that that upset you. Sorry, I'm not sorry. But it's just like, wow. But, part of me, I think if I weren't in constant physical pain, maybe I would be able to just smile and not say anything more easily. But it's just like, why should I smile and not say anything? Because, I am paying a lot of rent, so why should I pay a bunch of money just so that people like that can come in and say rude things to me? That's fine. You don't have to come back in. Mm. So your goal today is to work on chickens?
Well, I gotta do. That's the one thing I need to do today.
That's one thing you need to do today.
That's one thing I need to do today.
What other thing?
Um, I don't know. It'd be good to clean my office.
You've been saying that for like 4 weeks now.
It would be good to clean up the knocked over stuff in the basement.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a bunch of things that would be good to do.
Yeah.
It would also be good to rest a little.
Yeah, that would be good. The knocked over stuff in the basement is fine. It's not like that's like a huge hazard or anything. We had some visitor in our basement.
Yeah, but there's some glass there that I'm gonna sweep up.
Okay. Yeah, I have laundry that I need to do, and I want the baskets from the downstairs bathroom need to go down there. So I have laundry in the washing machine. I need to hang up the stuff that hangs to dry and put the stuff in the dryer that goes to dry. And I think there's a basket of towels down there too. I need to wash. And then, like I said, there's the laundry in the downstairs bathroom. So I need to address that today. And I don't know. I was going to make you some stuffed sandwiches for my arm is making me have second thoughts about that. But I still think I should. So we'll see. We'll see here. And yeah, that's right, Brody. Brody said, yeah, it's this novel, this sappy novel I'm working on. It's there was a woman who was going to write for me, and then she was saying she was going to write for me, but then she wouldn't give me any like firm dates or any indications of when she was going to get stuff to me or what she was going to write about, and so I just told her, I said, okay, whatever. Whenever you want to submit something, go ahead and submit something, but I'm not doing this chasing you around crap, right? Um, but one of the things I had asked her, she's a widow, and I had asked her if she would write a column, if she'd be interested in writing a column about um, living life as a widow, because there's quite a few people. There's quite a few people um, who live in that culture of widower. She never got back to me about it. I mean, when asked her about it, she's like, "Oh yeah, that would be great." But then she never said anything more about it, and I never got anything from her. And a number of people said they're going to write for me. Well, one woman got me something, but she wrote exactly what I told her I did not want. Um, so it's just like, okay, the only thing anybody wants to write for me is anything I say I don't want. So I'll write for myself. Um, so that's what this book is, an exploration of relationship and the end of relationship in ways other than breakup, right? And what happens, when life goes on for others, for the other. Um, so that's what this novel is about that I'm working on. And, I'm not a widow. So I'm trying to be sensitive and careful, but I'm trying to put myself in a position that, and really, I'm writing from the perspective of the dead person. I'm not writing from the perspective of that's how I'm approaching this. That as storyteller, as author here, I am the dead spouse in the book. I mean, it's not about me. It's not autobiographical in any way, shape, or form, but that's where I'm putting myself. That's whose shoes I'm putting myself in, right? In the novel, I'm putting myself in the shoes of the dead spouse. Um, so yeah, it's a different position than I've been in before in writing, and it's interesting. And I'm coupling that with like I said, with this painting, these next two paintings that I'm going to work on, because in the paintings, the dream that these paintings come from, I died in these dreams. So we'll see. These are things I'm thinking about right now, my juxtaposing thoughts. And I need to go get a couple small canvases to do some value scale medium studies. And I need to find me some Davies Gray pigment. But today, I need to make Omar some stuffed sandwiches to freeze for his lunch this week. And I need to get laundry. And my arm fucking hurts.